Hey, Mike, I know that's obviously not the way you want the night to start, but you brought it around and battled real well for your team. Can you just sort of take us through the battle that you go through, bouncing back, and then finding your high-end game the way you do on a night like tonight?
How did I know you're going to bring that up, Ryan?
Well, I think I talked about how well you
I know.
keep
No,
too.
you know what? It was kind of a weird first period, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't change anything the way that I would play that first goal. It just found a way to go through for some reason, and then one deflects off Enzo's stick, and the other one ping pongs around and ends up on one of their best players' sticks too. So after one, I was kind of like, I've been in a lot of these games where it can go one of two ways, and I didn't want it to go the wrong way, and I just told myself, let's just try and keep this team in the game here. I know we can score goals. I know we can play a lot better than we did in the first, and we showed that, and we got a massive, massive 2 points.
Yeah, it was a grind of a win for your team too to come up with the offense that you needed. Did you feel like they had it in them, what you were seeing in front of you?
Not at first, but I've been around this team long enough now in the last couple of years to know that we can score. When we get an opportunity to put the puck in the net, we can do that. And at that point, it was just all about keeping it to three. And that was as important as it could come. And I knew if I just keep making saves that we'd get some chances, and the puck was going in for us. And obviously, big goal by our power, and then we get a big one by Enzo to get the winner in regulation, which is massive. So that win right there carries some weight to it. I think our team was feeling real good after that game, and hopefully we gain a lot of confidence from it.
Jason Gregor, TSN 1260.
Mike, you're wearing the mask honoring Grant Fuhr, and Fuhr made a name for himself of not allowing that next goal to allow a game to get out of hand. And obviously the power play breakaway on Roussel in the second period. Did you feel that you were maybe channeling your inner Fuhr there just to keep your team in it?
I'd like to think that. I mean, I think I'm very far from being compared to a legend like that. But like I said, I think it was just important that I just stuck with it and didn't let it to get to four. And I mean, Grant was the king of that, and that's why he won so many cups and they won so many championships. And so, I mean, I wasn't thinking about that by any means, but probably a little bit of the helmet luck helped.
And on that first goal, Mike, you mentioned you wouldn't play it any different. Like, watch the replay. I don't even understand how it goes in. Is that the angle of the pad? Like, I don't know if you've seen it again or not, but
I haven't. I don't want to. I don't want to see it again. I don't want to see it. I don't know if there was a hole in the ice and it went under the ice and under my pad. But to be honest, like I said, I wouldn't play it much differently next time, and hopefully it doesn't happen again this year.
Mark Spector, Sportsnet.
Funny because Fierza used to start to put the brakes on after 5, so you got to start sooner than him. Maybe if you could just, you're a believer. You believe in yourself. You're a 30, almost 9-year-old goalie who doesn't care what his age is and doesn't listen to guys like me that say maybe you're getting older. How about this team? They've got some belief here, right? Like, no deficits too much. They play. I haven't seen this team play with this belief for a long time. Are you seeing that?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I feel it. We think the team's feeling it. The way we're winning, I think we've scratched the surface. I went there before, but we've scratched the surface now, and now I think we're really gaining some confidence in the way our team can play. And I think the most important part about the whole aspect of it is when we got the fourth one, how we kind of hunkered down and made sure that they were going to have to make a real good play to beat us in that game. And I think, being here for the last couple of years, I've been in games where that game slides away from us and gets away, and I think tonight that was a great confidence builder for our group.
Thanks, Mike.
Tony Brar, Oilers TV.
Hey, Mike, arguably your most important save of the night was a timely one when you guys were on the power play when Antoine Roussel tried going 5-hole. Usually a goaltender stays upright and the 5-hole opens up on a move like that, but you decided to lunge down with your stick. Can you take us through the process of doing that and what kind of led to that save?
It wasn't by design, I tell you that. So sometimes you just deal with it the way you can, and I was, you know, lucky to get a piece of it with my paddle. And I think once he had me down, I was just kind of in desperation mode more than anything. It wasn't by design, so I just kind of battled through it and made a big save there.
You called it a weird opening period for yourself, but what can you talk about in terms of the players in front of you and their resiliency in coming back and getting the win tonight as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it shows a lot about our group, shows a lot about the care in here, shows a lot about, you know, what we can accomplish when we put our minds to it and play the right way. And like I said, it's a massive, that carries weight, that game. It carries weight for our group, for our confidence, for what we can do moving forward. And you know, it was a great 2 points by our group, but we understand we're a long ways from done here. We have a long ways to go, so I think we want to bank those 2 points, you know, learn from the experience and move forward and be ready for Thursday.